Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's CJ from Real Talk News, and it is March 30th, 2021. Now, usually I start off saying by like, share, subscribe. I'm going to switch it up. It's on you if you want to subscribe or not. Ball's in your court. But if you could just like and share what I'm saying, that would be appreciated. So, isn't it funny in a peculiar way that for 4 years, when the puppet slash actor that most of the country hated didn't have a onslaught slew of quote unquote mass shootings in this country, but if you notice and take a look around now, within the last few weeks, shortly after Brain Dead Joe got into the Oval Office puppet seat, that shootings were reportedly on the rise. And then two of them legitimately took place and happened. Both of which now, this is my opinion. You can disagree. You can talk all the shit you want in the comment section. I encourage you, because if you do, I am going to provide you with the proof to back up my counterclaim. But these state shootings are once again on the rise. These psychological operations, psyops if you will, are starting to increase. And of course, you see the headlines with the political actors that call for more gun control, violating your constitutional rights and Second Amendment. And they're pushing hard to have HR 127, HR 8, and HR 1446 passed and become law. They're a pretty good hard shot. And they're going to continue with this until they succeed. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there honor the inclination and line of thinking, oh, it won't happen here. Well, needs to be reminded. What happened with the Patriot Act? People said, that will never happen. Not here. Guess what? It did. So, for you naysayers and you doubters out there, You gotta say more? That's just one incident. Then, following those two, you have the blockage of the Suez Canal by this huge freighter. Which probably, given the girth, size, length, weight, width of the ship, should have never tried to go down that canal and should have tried to go an alternate route. But for some odd reason, either they ordered to by people in the higher up, or they took a gamble and thought they could make it. Either way, it was stuck there for days, costing billions of dollars per day. And then, mysteriously, as if it was a act of God himself, on the eve of the third or fourth night, the moon had created enough energy to bring the tide back in and then free the ship. But before that took place, from what the fake stream media was reporting, and some of those in alternative media just gave their own conclusion. Simply pointed out, it looks like nobody was really doing jack shit, and they weren't. There wasn't any kind of big machinery, you know, the super humongous type of machinery that can put a crane, using a crane to put a huge skyscraper together, or something along that line. They just had a couple pieces of construction equipment trying to push it out of the into the middle so that it could possibly get unstuck. And then, like I said, as a mystery, this moon generated enough force to help break it free. I don't know. Something doesn't sit right with me on that. That's just my own personal thought and feeling. So why am I doing this video talking about things that have already been spoken of in the corporate ran press? Is because they're not going to tell you what you should probably be doing and a course of action you should be taking. And that is to start getting prepared for shit to continually come down the hill, because it's not going to stop. That once fabled world where everything was lollipops, unicorns, leprechauns, and rainbow blue sky hill never existed. But for those that believe that it did and believe in some utopic fantasy that things are going to be fine, they'll go back to normal. No, they're not. Things will never go back to normal, ever. You want to know why? Because of COVID 1984. When that was brought out into the realm of reality, is when shit changed. Permanently. And I'll give you a few examples. And these are just some headlines off the Drudge Report from today. Biden is working on a health passport for Americans. Which is essentially a rewind in history. Because what this is going to do is further the ongoing division in this country. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is out of the Sun. And I'll just read a line or two. I will do a report on this later on. But could be dangerous. Biden work on a vaccine passport scheme to reopen U.S. as critics branded un-American for invading citizens' privacy. That's just one example. Dear Normal. Dear Normal, really were you that great in the first place? Everyone wants you back. It seems every day of this late-stage pandemic era is marked with someone wistfully talking about normal, going back to you, starting anew with you. It's all about norms and normalcy, all about you. As for me, this retard says I'm not interested in normal. I defer to Taylor Swift. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. It felt normal to want normal back at first. Last year, in those first few months, daydreaming of you is a constant, daily escape from all the endless, dire possibilities. I wanted my life back. I wanted the control. And then you have the WHO COVID likely first reported jumped into humans from animals. Come on, give me a fucking break. A joint World Health Organization China study on the origins of COVID-19 says that the transmission of the virus went from bats to humans. This is just some of the shit coming out of the bizarro world we live in. And here's a ticker. New vaccines will be needed in a year. This is from The Guardian. New COVID vaccines needed globally within a year, says scientists. The planet could have a year or less before the first generation of vaccines are ineffective, and modified formulations are needed according to a survey of epidemiologists, virologists, and infectious disease experts. Now that's just another headline I'm going to cover at a later date. But you see what I'm saying? It's going to go on and on and on and on and on. And again, you're not going to be told a solution to protect you and your family from the coming riots, of the future riots from these so-called protesters, which are actually paid agitators, from Black Lives Matter to Antifa. They're paid to do this shit. And another thing is going on right now. It's the George Floyd trial. And they're supposed to come up. The people involved in that case are hoping for it to be wrapped up between 3 to 6 weeks from now. If you live in any of those areas, like Minneapolis, near Minneapolis, what have you, Michigan, or any of the states that were damn near burnt to the ground last year by those fucking scumbags. And if you feel like, for whatever reason, you need to get involved with it, don't. Because those people are going to be back at it again. A lot worse this time. Sandwiches should be doing instead of going to that. He's getting a plan ready to get out. Get some survival gear. Get prepared. Be ready. That's what the media should be telling you, but they don't tell you shit. See, if they used to tell you these things back in the day, when they actually gave a damn shit about people and this country. But over the course of time, a lot of people have already figured out that they don't. Just don't tell them what they need to do, or suggest it to it.